Ladies and gentlemen, PC and console captains alike, my name is Phoenix and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Maquis Raider. This ship was donated to me by one of my audience members. They have asked not to be named, so I will not name them in respect of their privacy. Without further ado, let's get into this. Since this is a low-buy store ship or a DS9 lockbox, or you can purchase the ship on the exchange for about $216.5 million, I'm going to have to just read off the stats here. So starting off with bridge officers, we have a Commander Tactical / Miracle Worker. We have 2 Lieutenant Commander Universals, a Lieutenant Universal, and an Ensign Universal. For weapons, we have 5 in the fore, 1 in the aft. For consoles, we have 5 tactical, 3 engineering, 3 science, and 1 universal. Base hull is 49,500, hull modifier of 1.1, shield modifier of 0.8, turn rate of 20, impulse modifier of 0.21, inertia rating of 85. For bonus powers, you get plus 15 to weapons, plus 5 to shield, engine, and auxiliary. You also get the experimental weapon slot, the improved Raider flanking, innovation effects, and generate plasma storm. With the Starship Mastery, at Tier 1 you unlock the precise weapon systems, which gives you plus 5 accuracy rating. At Tier 2 you get tactical maneuvers, which gives you plus 5 defense rating. At Tier 3 you get enhanced weapon systems, which gives you plus 10% kinetic and energy weapon damage. At Tier 4 you get the enhanced weapon banks, which gives you plus 15% critical severity. And at finally Tier 5 you unlock the trait Badlands Tactics. Gain buff while close to anomalies, so while within 3 kilometers your anomalies and plasma storms give you plus 2,800 stealth, plus 20 defense rating, and plus 33% bonus Raider and intel flanking damage. Okay, so this is the current loadout that I'm running right here. I have 4 advanced fleet anti-proton beam arrays, and I have the antimatter conversion beam array from the crystalline entity event. I have the elite fleet intervention protomatter deflector array, the prevailing innervated plasma engine, the elite fleet isolated protomatter warp core, the elite fleet channeling core variant shield array. For the aft weapon, I have an omnidirectional anti-proton beam array. For the experimental weapon, you get the Phlogiston projector, which this is what this ship comes with. For device slots, I have temporal negotiator and red matter capacitor. For my 3 engineering consoles, I have the assimilated module, 0-point energy conduit, and the tachyon kinetic converter. For my science consoles, I have the crystalline absorption matrix, the domino, and the bioneural infusion circuits. And then for tactical, I have 4 vulnerability locators, and I have the regenerative field integrity. Finally, for the universal console slot, I have the plasma storm module, which does plus 11.3 starship exotic particle generator, which improves the exotic damage, and plus 22.5 starship control expertise, which improves control effects and resistance to the same. When you activate it, you get the generate plasma storm, which does area of effect, flight speed debuff, pull, and plasma damage. Creates a plasma storm at the target for 30 seconds to foe within 3 kilometers of the storm. Does 1,610.1 plasma damage every 0.5 seconds, minus 66.7% flight speed. This is my current skill setup, which is a nice round mix of everything, but mostly in tactical. For traits, for my space traits, I'm running accurate, beam training, give it your all, operative, elusive, last ditch effort, fleet coordinator, innocuous, and beam barrage. For my starship traits, I have the emergency weapon cycle, honored dead, redirecting arrays, and the Badland tactics. For my space reputation, I have precision, enhanced rendering shots, enhanced armor penetration, and advanced targeting systems. For stations, I have, for my commander, I have Chemo Lace Weaponry 1, Focused Assault 1, Fire at Will 3, Attack Pattern Beta 3. For my Lieutenant Commander Universal, for the first one, I have an Engineering, which gives me Emergency Power Shields 1, Directed Energy Modulation 1, Emergency Weapon Powers 3. For my second Lieutenant Commander Universal, I have a Science, so I have Tachyon Beam 1, Scramble Sensors 1, and Tychon's Rift 2. For my Lieutenant Universal, I have another Engineering, which gives me Engineering Team 1 and Reverse Shield Polarity 1. And for the Ensign Universal, I threw in a Tactical for Tactical Team 1. Alright, here we go. Now, to be honest and to be fair, I am with Hassel and group from Stowe Tac Track, so this should be a fairly easy run. Here we go. Just mopping the floor with everything right now. Whoop. Well, the ship is a little squishy, so that's kind of bound to be expected. Alright, so after dying, quickly back here. And quickly taking things out. There we go. Alright, so there's the Plasma Storm. With Hassel and the rest of the crew. They mopped up those guys. And now we're just going to take out the gateway here. There we go, there goes the gateway. I don't think that's going to pull in the Tactical Cube or the Plasma Storm. That's what I'm talking about. But that's okay, because this thing is going to be pretty much toast in a few seconds. So there we go. Nice run. Alright, so as you can see here, I wasn't really doing as much damage as I had hoped. I can usually do around between 30 and 35k with this vessel. Maybe it was just the way I was piling, you know, pilot error, that does happen. But also Hassel is one big major DPSer, so he did take up he did destroy a lot of things, so that's probably why. And I also did die once, so that does affect my DPS as well. Okay, so here's my final thoughts on the ship. I'm going to just start off with sort of the not so great stuff. I'm going to start with the weapon layout. I find it's a bit limiting due to the fact that there is only one aft weapon and not, say, two aft weapons. Maybe that's just the way that they wanted to make it. They didn't want to make it overpowered. I kind of get that, but at the same time, I would like to see, you know, little more than just one aft weapon on a vessel like this. I find that the experimental weapon is not as great as some others, but that's just me. I normally use Voice of the Prophets, but because I'm showcasing the ship and the experimental weapon comes with this vessel, I wanted to showcase that as well. The other thing I'm not fond of is the space trait. For me and this build, it just does not work. But again, because it's part of showcasing this vessel and the things that come with it, again, I felt obligated to have the space trait equipped. Time for some really good things that I like about this ship. Console slots, I believe, are probably one of the more balanced ones for a escort type ship. The BOF seating is really neat. It's very, very modular. You can do almost anything with this ship. But I would like to see either a universal miracle worker type bridge officer seating instead of a tactical miracle worker. I'm fine with the tactical part of it, but I think the Lieutenant Commander Universal / Miracle Worker probably would have worked a lot better with this ship. The other thing is while it is, I wouldn't say it's considered a Miracle Worker ship, but it does have some of the things related to a Miracle Worker ship. I think for an escort like this, I think the pilot abilities would be awesome to have. The pilot maneuvering, I think that would be amazing to actually have on this ship. The plasma storm is pretty neat. There are a few drawbacks that I'm not particularly happy with. One is if you are too close and that thing goes off, your screen goes white for a few seconds, so that may disorient some players. And the other one is, for this ship, it really doesn't work because it's mainly DPS. So I could have slot something else that would have been better for DPS in my case. However, the plasma storm is probably better for a control type build. So ones that use gravity well and those sorts of stuff, I think that would probably work better for those types of roles. And obviously the universal console, even though it's a single one, it is still an extra console that you may not be able to use on a normal ship. So I think the universal console is really, really nice, and I like it. So there you go. So normally this is the part where I say, if this was a C-store ship, you would get it on sale or save up your dilithium and convert to Zen and buy it that way. However, this is not really that type of ship. You can use real currency to, in a sense, purchase this ship by either buying lockbox keys and opening up a ton of DS9 lockboxes until you get that ship, or you get enough low buy that you can purchase the ship through the low buy consortium. If you have, or if you grinded out enough EC, 216.5 million EC, you can purchase this ship basically for free, really. That's kind of the nice thing about this ship. So if you were to purchase the ship, now while I am, this character is a DPS, anyone else who is doing a different type of build or even a better build than what I could do, the ship is a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun. This is going to be my main, I think this is going to be my main ship for this character. Even though it's a little squishy, I don't mind. But I have a lot of fun with it. I think it's a fun ship. It's not necessarily the greatest ship, but I think it's one of the funnest ships that I've ever flown. So I want you to keep in mind that, you know, this is a ship that's not going to be for everyone, and not everyone's going to be able to get this ship, and that's totally fine. I do want to thank the individual who gave me this ship. Thank you. I love this ship, and I can't wait to see what I can do with this, because I know I can do a little more with this ship. And with that, that concludes today's video. And as always, I'd love to hear from you. What do you think of this ship? If you had the low buy, would you consider getting this ship? Why or why not? Let me know your answers and any questions you have down in the comment section below, and I'd love to hear from you. And as always, live long and prosper, and we'll see you out there.